So guys, as we are closing into the end of the year, there are many different changes happening and it looks like Tesla is preparing for a battery pack upgrade that is going into their entry-level Model 3 and possibly even the Model Y. Now initially, this doesn't sound as exciting as it's only relevant to those interested in the entry-level Model 3, but that is not going to be the case because this technology is going to be the cornerstone and it will be trickling its way into the performance and the higher end trims. Earlier this year, we have discussed about the recent partnership between Tesla and CATL on a new battery specifically built from the ground up. What's special about this LFP battery is the joint development into boosting the efficiency in all areas by about 20%. This would then equate to a 700 kilometer or just shy of 440 miles on a full charge. In addition to the range increase, we will also see a major improvement in charging speed, now topping out at 350 kilowatts instead of the 250 we have today. This would then also tie in perfectly with what Tesla has just announced over this weekend, that their V4 charging posts and cabinets are now able to output upwards of 500 kilowatts. Not only does this new battery increase efficiency, range, and charging speed, it also brings many other benefits including a longer lifespan, higher density per kilogram, and finally being able to match or surpass the performance of the nickel-based counterpart. All this means is that they can finally use LFP in their performance trims as they were limited by multiple factors including the power output. We have gone through all of this, including all the benefits from LFP over to NMC. Go check out my previous video, I covered all of that. I will link it in the description and up top there. Now, at this moment, the project is still under development, but it does not mean that we aren't going to be seeing any new battery upgrades from now until then. It's quite the opposite of that, and we are already starting to see newer battery tech in the upcoming models. Tesla now appears to be preparing for some new updates to their entry-level models, starting with the battery upgrade for the Model 3 and possibly even the Model Y. According to people familiar with the matter, Tesla's base Model 3 is rumored to get a new battery pack referred to as the CATL 6M or E1A for short. This pack brings a 4% capacity increase from 60 kilowatt hours to now 62.5. Now, despite the increased capacity, the new battery pack is reportedly 1 kilogram or 2.2 pounds lighter. This small weight reduction could improve the Model 3's efficiency and handling when bundled with other improvements. Another big plus of this new CATL battery looks to be the improved DC fast charging. Right now, the current pack charges up to 170 kilowatts, and while specifics of the new packs have not been confirmed, this upgrade could bring a slight increase, bringing it up in line with the long range and the performance trims. And as for the overall package, WLTP rated range is expected to increase slightly from 319 to now 323 miles on a full charge. So while the change may sound small on the surface, it could lead to a noticeable improvement in the overall experience. Alright, so now let's talk about the battery chemistry and what makes this battery pack so much more special than what we have on the current market today. It had previously been rumored that Tesla was planning to go with an LMFP pack, short for lithium manganese iron phosphate. This would have been a slight upgrade over the typical LFP, being safer, longer lasting, and much more affordable. However, it still fell short in the various departments compared to NMC. This included things such as cold weather, charging speeds, performance, so Tesla decided to hold out and release something even better. This upcoming highly improved battery, dubbed the LFPX, is going to be a combination of CATL's latest 6M packs. It is equipped with the blended CATL active technology that is currently being developed for the new Model Y Juniper. This will include a combination of lithium and nickel to bring the best out of both technology. All the benefits from both LFP and NMC is going to drastically improve on all of these key areas that the current battery falls short on. This means that you will get a longer lifespan, better performance, and everything else in between. So now all of this was discovered by a user on X that goes by Evisa, and as they are located in Europe, all of these new documentations are going to be EU specific. This would mean that all the information that we have just gained so far is going to be for the certification approval in the EU, and it has given us all the details we needed to know. Looking at what has been listed here, we can see that it will definitely come with a 62.5 kilowatt hour pack. It uses the same 3D7 motor as it did before, with the exact same outputs we have on the current models today. These vehicles were tested using the stock 19-inch wheels based on the WLTP rating, giving us about 520 kilometers of range on a full charge. And although it doesn't seem like they've tested it on the 18s, there is a chance that the range could be increased even further. Now, what's even more interesting about all this is the details section of the approval certification highlights a few key areas that it sees the most substantial changes. And outside of the LFPX battery that we have just talked about, there are also mentions of a headliner O-Flex foam removal on the Model 3. And although we don't know any reasons why they would want to remove any sort of foam, as it's only going to affect the sound insulation, there may be a good reason if Tesla discovers that it doesn't play a huge role in the overall experience. Then finally, on the same list, it also mentions about the new underbody alloy material for the Model Y, as well as the new valence horn grille. I have talked about this in the previous video, all the changes making up to the Model Y Juniper redesign. If you want to know more about this specific area of the bumper, go check out my previous video. I'll drop that in the description below as well as up top there. So yeah, guys, I would say that this is a quite substantial update in the battery department, even though it doesn't seem like so on the surface. This is only going to set it up so that we are going to be getting all the best features on the highest trims. This means that on the long range and the performance, you are able to charge up from 0 to 100% on a daily basis, meaning that you can use the entire capacity of the pack rather than just going from 20 to 80. Now, aside from being able to charge from 0 to 100% on a daily basis, there are many different other benefits from owning an LFP. The LFP that we have today versus the LFP that we have a few years from now are going to be completely different. There are things such as a longer lifespan, things such as increased charging speed, and being able to sustain energy outputs for much longer. All of these are going to be a great benefit of why you would want to wait for the latest technology. In terms of the ETA, when we can expect the very first packs to roll off the line, it's going to be in Q1 of 2025. It's going to be going into the Model 3 first, with the Model Y Juniper possibly even getting the newer packs that we have discussed about. Of course, these packs are going to be highly improved, highly upgradable. There are so many different benefits that I have discussed in the previous video, specifically pertaining to the Model Y Juniper. So much more going on over there. I will be keeping an eye out for everything that comes up regarding the battery, the Model Y Juniper, and everything else in the Tesla realm. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell notification if you haven't already done so. And follow me on Twitter or X at HeyJohnE. Over there, you guys can see things outside of YouTube, and you can chat with me and I'll respond as quickly as possible. This should be it for this one, however. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is John once again. Peace out.